First I need a... How odd. Light is falling on the corner, and yet it's as dark as the deepest night. I hear a whisper, like something evil lives there. What's that? In the center of the darkness, there's a pedestal. And on top of that, feels like a lamp. I'll take it. Huh? Did the darkness come from the lamp then? It looks like the fire is happy where it is. It looks like the fire... I don't even know where I... That won't get me anywhere. Only a little light is shining through. Perhaps from the other side? That won't get me... That won't get me anywhere. It feels like a lamp, but it's emanating darkness instead of light. Now that's just uninspired.
Stay away from me with those toys. I could very easily break through this darkness if I wanted to.
Now that's just I don't much. I'd rather not. That won't lead to...
How repulsive. How can something so beautiful conjure such ill feelings? Time to devote myself to something nicer. So that's it.
Is there anything new?
The mask is a reservoir. It stores memories.
Sure, by draining them from people.
Yes, but that's trivial. What's really fascinating is that it stores everything which happens around it. It's as though it observes the world in silence and takes note of everything. If we were to succeed in reversing its effect, we would have access to an enormous archive of past times. I have a good feeling about this.
How can the magic of the mask be reversed?
That sort of thing takes time. I would attempt to weave a modification of a reverse Salis into a gemstone, and then attach that to the mask. If the spell inside the mask is then recited, it should have the converse effect. Instead of emptying the wearer, it would begin to transmit stored memories to him.
I want you to reverse the effect of the mask.
That will take time. Besides, I lack an appropriate gemstone.
Take this ruby, weave the reversal spell into it, and reverse the effect of the mask.
I told you, it isn't that easy. First, I need to examine the quality of the stone. Possibly grind it again.
We don't have time for that. I want to know what the mask knows. Please, you have to do it.
I will, but not yet. Such hasty action would be much too risky.
Do as I tell you.
Such an intervention is dangerous.
I need everything I can get my hands on in order to survive in the gore. My life is at stake here, so do it.
You'll now become either completely stupid or entirely enlightened. Fadan faskadan esplasta quatan. Murilor, gras ferel goran, hulbe mutir gerul felan, juntir quatan feluntir zodan. Hey, can you hear me?
I had a vision.
Someone else's memory? So it worked!
You sound surprised.
You're very lucky that you're still able to speak. What else did you learn? Did you learn any new skills? If so, show me. Show me what the memories in the mask have taught you. I only believe what I see. trying my... I'm waiting. Can you dance better now? Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance?
That only works with magic artifacts.
Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance better now or speak foreign languages? Can you dance? Can you dance? You can cast spells?
I only remember this one spell. No, wait. There's more.
The more frequently you call upon the memories in the mask, the more they'll be accessible to you. Take off the mask. Do you still remember?
No. The spells are gone.
As I suspected, the effect is only active as long as you wear the mask. Put it on again and cast the second spell. Stop playing with my thoughts. Let me try one more thing. Remove the ruby and put the mask on again. Can you still cast spells?
Yes. I remember more and more.
Ha! I'm brilliant! Once the ruby has created a connection between the wearer and the mask, the bond remains even without the stone. That's enough for now. Give me the mask and you can go.
He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into. I'll only transform him back once I know where that garden is. He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of... Whatever this is for. What is it? What do you want? The face is reacting to the strange orb. I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb. It just followed me. Whatever it is, elemental spirits seem to be magically attracted to it. I'll only transform him. Huh? I could petrify them all with my spell. I could until I know exactly what the mark. I can't lose. It now has the power to reverse the effect of magic artifacts. What? Am I locked in here? Nothing is... It takes people's memories away and leaves them behind. That scares me. It just followed me. It just... Nothing is... No. That would be too... That would be... I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me, drawing me there.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for so long. Please, awaken me with your magic. Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's something you should know. Listen well, and you will understand. Once there was Satinav, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Djinn of Time, Nemoremnon. In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool, a mask, my mask, and I gave it to the creature, so that never again would anyone lose something so precious.
Weird. The spirit is... It's probably not. The spirit is... It's probably... The spirit is It's probably... There are 7 runes engraved. It just followed me. No. Whatever it is, the fire doesn't react to that. It looks like the fire is happy where it is. It looks... I don't see any... I'd rather not. The fire doesn't... Spirit of the flame, come with me. He isn't reacting. Perhaps he's a higher being than the other spirits. Hey, Kasim. He's ignored. I don't much... I can't... If I remove... No. If I remove the light from the room, I might end up helping Kasim escape. No. Yalla, come out. They're growing beautiful. The only thing that seems to interest... It now has the power to reverse the effect of magic artifacts. The only thing that seems... I mustn't lose sight of my goal. Spirit of the ice, show yourself. No answer. No, better not. That won't get me any... That won't get me... That won't get me... Spirits of the water, rise. It's only a part of the seal. Come out, whoever you are.
Nice to...
I talked to the Djinn of Time.
Really? Tell me. Nemoremnon, so. A strange creature. Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What did Djinn...
It's say, and that he babble, and that so that then they... yet...
There's a spell buried in the garden which will waken the true power of the mask? What is its true power?
It says here that the mask presents its bearer with a choice. He either decides for sweet oblivion or to undo things which once happened, as if they never came to pass.
That sounds very powerful.
Oh yes, it does. More than a few would murder for such power.
If I want to enter the garden, I have to find the 3 chambers first.
Yes, but before that, you need Malakar's mask, and then you must find and complete...
That's enough for now. See you later.
Keep me up. That rune... That symbol That symbol? That's probably... That's the symbol for...
The spirit is reluctant. It's probably not his element. Spirit... No answer. Spirit... No answer. Better not. That would be... The indentation is shaped like one of the hands in the seal, but it's not complete. I see water on the other side. That won't get me any... The spirit is mine now. I won't send him back until he's done serving my purposes. I see water on... That won't get me... No, that's not...
That room's...
They are already sharing the space.
That's clear. That symbol... That symbol... That's probably... That room... That's... That symbol... That symbol...
There are 7 runes. Another air spirit is playing close to the wall. His presence made a rune appear. We're directly above. Another air spirit is playing. His presence made a... I don't want to get too... I won't... The spirit made a symbol. I don't want to... I won't...
Again, I can barely stay awake. Open my eye. You have returned. Here now, the second act of my tale. The history of the mask. The mask presents the creatures of the world a choice. Upon those who wear it and speak the ancient incantation written upon it, I bestow blessed forgetfulness, so that the pain of loss gives way to an unsullied new beginning. If the wearer speaks my true name, however, I appear to them and fulfill any wish they have. Whatever was lost, I recover from the depths of the past and bring into the present. Thus, over the years, the dead have awoken to new life, and kingdoms have shone with old glory. My beneficence was boundless, and in my mercy I have overwritten the tyranny of the Book of Time. Yes, it was my name that did all this. My name outshone everything. Not Nemeremnon, as the giants call me, but rather my true name, my secret name. Satinev sought to banish my name into oblivion. But again, I outwitted him. In the shadow of Luz, I found the one place into which my master could not see. There I dug a hole, and in this hole I placed my name. And from my name grew a garden. Anyone who wore the mask and found the garden would also find my name. My name in my garden. The garden of eternal oblivion. The garden of my forgotten name.
Hey, Kasim. He's ignoring me.
Nice to see.
I've been in 2 chambers now.
Don't beat around the bush. Tell me. I'll make note of your every word. Posterity must learn of this.
See you later.
Keep me up.
The indentation is shaped like one of the hands in the seal, but it's not complete. That won't get me. Better not. I can't. That would be too. That won't. I see. It's only a part of the seal. It's only a... Better not. Is it possible to reverse the effect of the darkness? Yes, now it's as bright as the sun. The light of the lamp is shining.
You're back. Awaken me, and we can end this tale. Ah, there's one more thing you must understand. My garden and the surreal miracle of which it is capable. Oh, how I love it. My garden, with my name. How singular it is, how beautiful, and how jealous it makes Satinav. Yes, he hates it. He hates it so much that he separated it from your world. He hates that he cannot see into it, that he doesn't know what happens there. Whenever someone enters my garden, his quill pauses, and a page in his book, in which all else is written, remains blank. He hates it so much he decided that nothing that happens inside it can have any consequence for the world outside. Go in and break a branch, go out, and in the eyes of the world, it was never broken. But whisper what happened in the garden into Satinav's invisible ear, and he will add it to his book of truth. Only then do these actions become reality and the branch broken. Tell him what you will. If he believes you, then every word becomes true. But woe unto you if he learns that you have lied. Then he'll show his true face. He'll pursue you, and he'll tear you to pieces. For he is old, jealous, and depraved. Only I am great. Sadya, you have come so far. Embark on the final leg of your journey. Follow the path from Draconia down to Satinav's watching pillar. There, I'll appear to you, and if you wish, show you my garden. My garden. My name. My great mercy.
I didn't understand that bit with the branch.
You mean the garden?
I mean everything. The garden, the mask. I couldn't really follow all that, could you?
I didn't think it hard to follow.
The Garden of Oblivion. Why does every word become true there?
As far as I understood it, it's because Satinav doesn't know what happens in the garden. But he has...
Does everything have to be in that?
Apparently. In any case, he's ignorant. That's why he made sure that everything that happens in the garden doesn't affect the outside world until what would... Let's say you take a ring.
All right.
As soon as you leave the garden...
Why?
Because you enchanting the ring isn't written in the Book of Time. Only once...
And Satinav
believes... Only then will he open his book and write, Geron went into the Garden of Oblivion, and then the...
What if I lie?
Well, at least until he finds out that you lied. Something tells me he doesn't like...
You got all that from the journal?
I thought it was obvious.
What can the mask do?
It presents you with a decision. If you wear it and speak the formula on the inside, you lose all your memories. But if you speak the name of the Djinn of Time, he appears to you and brings a piece of your past into the present.
I guess I sort of understand, but by the 12, the world was mad back then.
Oh, nonsense. On the contrary, back then it was full of real magic. A mask that brings back the past, a garden that makes lies the truth. Compared to all that, the miserable hocus-pocus we know today is nothing.
Keep reading. Oh no. What comes next?
Someone else added something here in the margin. After my princess learned the way to the garden, she came to me one last time. The staff!
I don't know what awaits me there, but I will go to the Garden of Oblivion. I have to know what Kasim wanted there.
Be my guest. I wouldn't dream of standing in the way of your madness.
I want to apologize to you. You always wondered why I freed you from the burial chamber. Well, I needed an audience. Someone who would observe all my deeds and remember them forever. I only needed to impress you enough, and you would have never forgotten me. I used you.
And why are you telling me this now?
It's the garden. It scares me.
Scared? You?
The Djinn of Time is a wrathful being. Also, I could be playing into Kasim's hands there. I'm afraid I'll never come back out, and the world will forget me forever.
Oh, that won't happen. No. You're a wonderful woman. If I had knees, I would have proposed to you a long time ago. I thought you wanted to impress me.
You hated me a moment ago, and now you're in love with me?
Huh. What makes you think that? You're the last woman I would fall in love with. The woman I would fall in love with is dangerous and unpredictable. Mysterious. Moody.
That sounds just like me.
No. The woman I would fall in love with is so calculating and devious that I could never trust her. But you, Shahrazad, I trust you now. For whatever reason that may be.
The Air Mage already declared his willingness to come along to the Flying Fortress as an observer. I asked him to take you on board with him.
You what? Now that we are finally friends, you're going to send me to my death just like that?
If I survive the garden and make it to the battle, I want to fight alongside you.
Then please survive. I do not want to wind up in the nether hells all by myself.
You won't.
I'm serious, Shahrazad. If you don't come out, then I'll come and get you.
Don't worry. It doesn't matter how hopeless my situation is. I always have something up my sleeve. I'll be back soon. Right. There we are. The trail led me here. It seems to be just a normal old rock. It seems to be just a normal... The trail led...
Sit down, Satya. You really did come. Put on my mask. And dream of my name.
What an honor. My ruby on the holy mask of the Djinn of Time. Satya, really? Now all I lack is the name of the Djinn.
As if I would ever tell you that.
Oh, you don't need to. Have you forgotten that we're in the Garden of Oblivion? Everything that happens here will only be real if someone tells Satinav about it. My servant will simply claim that I found you here and tortured you until you finally told me the name. No actual blood and only one little lie. But the lie will be truth in the eyes of the world. I'll leave this place and it'll be as if you really had revealed the name. But shh, keep it between us.
I will find you, and I will destroy you.
Of course you will.
There you are. I thought you were going to abandon me. Let's get out of here.
Halt! One move and you're dead.
Oh.
Climb back into the hole. Now!
You're a girl of the streets, am I right?
Shut your mouth.
Yes, you are. You're not tattooed. Kasim has always loved playing with destitute little girls.
Shut your mouth.
Why are you trembling? Shouldn't I be the one who is afraid?
Kazim said I should kill you if you don't obey.
Really?
Don't make me do it.
Let me go. Kasim will never learn about it.
This isn't about Kazim.
Well, what is it about?
He ordered me.
Keep talking.
I lied for him. And now back into the hole. No one must see you.
Go on. Shoot.
This is my last warning. Jump into the hole.
You told the world that Kasim tortured me, and that I told him the name of the Djinn as a result.
Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth right now!
I wasn't tortured at all.
You can't prove that.
Do you see any wounds?
Why won't you just do as I tell you?
What did you tell Satinav? How did Kasim torture me? Huh?
I'm going to shoot you.
Do it. Kill me.
I can't.
Oh. You can't kill me. At least not out here. You said that I died in the garden, didn't you?
Stop it!
But then, how can I be standing here, talking to you?
Ah!
By the gods! Where did she go?
Satinav tore the girl to pieces. With that, he corrected the course of things. The prince no longer knew the name of the Djinn of Time, and Sadja was once again free. My air spirit took her to the flying fortress and then reported back to me. Although it's impossible for him to lie, I advised him to be careful with his report. Every event that took place in the garden must be told as close to the truth as possible in order not to play into the hands of the garden's twisted logic. That ends the entry.
Is that all?
Right at the end, there's something on the last page.
What's that shouting outside?
I'll look. Garon! The Ptolemies have been spotted in the forest. The town is preparing to hunt them down.
This on top of everything else.
This time, the army and the School of Arcane Combat are involved too.
Can you try to stop them?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. The whole forest is swarming with mages and soldiers. We should split up. How's your wing?
Fine.
Good. Then you can search the forest from above, and I'll stay below. We'll meet back here. You got that?
Yes. I hope I can find this place again.
Nuri, this is your old waterfall. You lived here for years.
Ah. Yes, that's right. See you soon.
Did you find them?
No, the forest is just too big. I don't even know where I should start.
We have to hurry. You're turning more and more into a raven. You almost forgot where we are.
That's not true. That's my cave back there. I live here.
You haven't lived here since last autumn.
I haven't?
No, you live with me in the city.
Right. I remember.
Keep looking. And
You too.
this part of the forest is full of soldiers.
You again?
I'm helping with the search.
Right. That's your specialty. Catching vermin. Then let's see what you can do.
Have you found any trace of the Ptolemies?
No. And we won't find any here either. We were already here before the search party, on practice maneuvers. If those rats had crept in the direction of the swamp, we'd have seen them.
There are new instructions from above.
Says who?
Says me, and the leader of the search parties.
If you really were part of our bunch, you would know that only the messenger can pass on orders. And you're not the messenger. I could see that from a mile away.
Where do I find the messenger?
Maybe he's here, and maybe he isn't. Only one thing's for sure. It's none of your lousy business. Go back to catching your little Tweety birds and leave the rest to the real men.
Good luck to you. Looks like the tree trunk was once used as a bridge. The tree trunk itself can't be repaired. It needs to be tied down on both banks, or it'll be too unsafe to cross. Nothing to be done the normal way. It's torn in the middle. It's deeper than it looks. The bottom is muddy, like the quicksand Giacomo once told me about. I'd better not take any risks. I prefer to leave it where it...
Hey, come out of there! You aren't the messenger at all. By the 12, how much longer is this going to take?
You look upset.
Upset? I'm furious. We've been waiting for instructions ever since we got to this bog, but the messenger bearing our orders just won't show up. If you see him, send him here.
Good news.
Bad news. I can only accept... Send me the messenger and...
Where can I find the...
How do I know? He's carrying a torch and running from group to group, but he doesn't dare come here.
Good luck.
Thanks. What is it?
Do you think the Ptolemies...
No. They most nobody would come here voluntarily, and if they did, then they've long sunk...
Good luck.
Thanks.
I can't let on what I'm doing as long as the mob is still roaming about. The troops probably knew why they moved on.
I haven't ordered a halt, Ryder. What's going on? Why aren't the troops moving?
If we search farther inland, we'll get too far from the town. Andergast would be at the Ptolemedes' mercy with no protection.
But what if they escape us?
Old tracks indicate that they're staying nearby. I think it would be better to hold our position and follow a few select paths, rather than move haphazardly towards the Oakwood.
All right. I'll give you some time. But if we haven't found a new trail by then, we'll do as I say. Until then, this is your responsibility.
Understood.
I want to help with the search.
Well, the Ptolemedes were here until recently, but we don't know in which direction they fled. You should leave everything to us. It's too dangerous here for a peasant.
I'm supposed to pass on an order from...
Blasted hotheads! Whoever it was who sent you, tell them that nobody gives orders here but me, unless they excel next year as well as Bryder has. But I can only dream of such an outcome.
Bryder?
Talk to me if you have something to say, Birdcatcher. Bryder has finally answered my call. She says she's ready to lead our search in my name. I expect her to get back to her usual excellent performance.
I won't disappoint you.
I advise you not to.
How do you know if one of the groups has found something?
A messenger runs from group to group with a torch, keeping everyone up to date.
How can I recognize him?
You can't. He's carrying an enchanted scroll that is visible in the dark, but only to mages. That way, we can find him without trouble, but no one else can.
I hope you find those monsters.
I'm certain we will.
I still have...
Be quick about it.
I hope...
I'm certain... Hey, don't touch that. The whole campground is part of our search for the demon worshippers. Halt. Where do you think you're going?
This might come in handy in the dark forest.
Niemand darf in das also...
Sir Rathling?
Well, if it isn't Garon. I haven't seen you since last winter. If I remember correctly, that was shortly before the seer vanished. How have you been since, you old rascal?
There are new orders.
Whatever they may be, I can't accept only from the command. That's a safety measure, so the mob won't...
Has your group found any traces of the Ptolemedes?
We know that they came past here once, going east to west, or west to east. We aren't exactly sure. We can't investigate either because we were ordered to hold our position for now. I hate sitting around with nothing to do.
To be honest, I don't know you any other way. Is the messenger here?
He was here. Perhaps he still is. Unlike the mages, I can't see him in the dark.
Is there anything?
Except that the Ptolemedes came by here, but we don't...
I'll keep looking.
Farewell.
This part of the forest is full of soldiers. Where can he possibly be? It's too steep. No one can... It's too steep. Nuri, on your next round, I want you to fly a very specific route.
Which one?
Start in Andergast and then fly... over the river. To the rock, then return...
All right. Geron! Geron! There's a little girl sitting in the branches of a tree.
Where exactly?
Close to the river. A man and a woman are standing in front of the tree. The woman is looking at a map. Can I try to distract them?
Not yet.
All right.
Nothing yet again. Nuri, keep looking.
You too.
Are you the messenger?
Unfortunately, yes. Right now, I just want to sleep.
If you're so tired, just let me do this.
I can't. I signed up for this job, and I'll finish it. As long as nothing unexpected gets in the way, I'll manage.
If you're so tired, just let me...
I can't. I signed as long as...
What's the deal with the scroll?
It's a magic scroll. The mages can see it gleaming in the dark and then don't attack me.
What's written on it?
Nothing. All that matters is what I have to say. All the orders have to go through me first. That makes me one of the most important people here.
Have you been to the search party in the marshlands?
I'd hoped nobody would notice. That's so far off the beaten track, I thought I could skip the marsh until there are new orders.
Well, the group leader is pretty angry.
Yeah. I'm on my way.
He's not here either.
What is it?
Is there anything new?
New? This is a bog. We've searched the Ptolemies.
Has the messenger been here yet?
Yes, but there was nothing new. We're still stuck here. I told him he can go to the Nameless One and chased him off.
Huh. That didn't get me anywhere.
What is it?
Has the...
Yes, I told him he can go to the Nameless One and chased him off.
Huh. Sir Rathler,
Garon?
there are new...
Whatever they may only for better say.
Is the messenger...
He was here, unlike the...
Is there anything...
Except that the Talamedes came by.
I'll...
Farewell.
They say the messenger carries an enchant... Have you been in the...
Yes, that way.
If you're so...
I can't. I signed up as long as...
The group leader in the marshlands was...
All right. Unfortunately, the path there...
There's nothing here.
What is it?
Has the messenger...
Yes, but there was nothing. I told him...
Huh. I prefer to leave it where... It would just get dull. The bottom is muddy, like the quicks. I better not take... Hey! Have you found anything yet?
In this part of the forest? No. We only just got here. Originally, we were two groups, combing the forest north and south of here, but without luck. Maybe we'll have more luck here.
There are new...
Boy.
No, ma'am.
Then I can't
I'm looking for the messenger.
He was here and instructed us to hold our position until further notice.
Is he still here?
I don't know anything about that.
Good luck.
Please talk to my commander.
Nuri said that Fai's daughter is hiding up there, but I can't check as long as there's someone down here who wants to kill her. Nuri saw Fai. Now I just have to get rid of the... They say the messenger carries an... Still awake?
More or less.
Sweet.
I'm trying.
Nuri, can you try to lure the search party away from the girl?
Good. See you soon.
Did you hear that?
Catch me if you can.
Don't let yourself get distracted. 2 men follow her, the others remain here.
Yes, ma'am.
They're boring, and 2 of them chased me to the river, but the others stayed at the tree.
Rats. Well, thanks anyway.
You're welcome.
Nuri, keep looking.
You too.
Hey! There are new...
Boy, is this...
No, ma'am.
then I can't accept.
Good luck. They say the messenger carries an Still awake?
More or less.
If you're so...
I can't, as long as no...
Sweet.
I'm trying.
I still...
Be quick about...
Is there any...
Except that the...
What was that?
He runs from group to group and passes on in... He carries an enchanted...
I hope...
I'm certain...
No, I'll leave it. There's nothing here. Nuri, can you try?
Geron, there are too many.
Nuri, can you try to...
Geron, they won't get distracted. There are too many.
Young. She's trying hard to look busy. Sir Rathlin.
Garon?
There are new...
Whatever they may be, I can't accept. Only from the command. That's a safety measure, so the mob won't...
I'll keep...
Farewell.
They say them. It's definitely magic. Nuri's old necklace. I'm carrying it with me until she...
You again?
Where do I find...
Maybe he's here. Only one thing. Go back to catching your
Good luck.
You again?
Still not...
No, we were already... If those rats had crept in the direction of the swamp, we'd have seen...
Good luck. Still awake?
More or less. The unfortunate.
Well then, nighty-night. Well then. The bottom is... I better not take... It's enchanted, so the mages should believe that I'm the messenger. I've been named. There are new orders.
I don't believe...
Look, I have the enchanted scroll.
And how am I supposed to know that the scroll really is? Stop trying to lead me round by the nose and help me...
There are new orders.
Boy, is this man the messenger?
He's carrying the messenger's sign, at least.
That's enough for me. What are the orders?
Your group is supposed to break off the search in this part of the forest and move on.
Along the river? We just came from there. Well, all right. Orders are orders. But I'm not going to abandon this whole section of the forest. You stay here, boy. Shout if you see anything suspicious.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one down. Are you supposed to...
Yes, my group isn't... I just have to call.
There are new... You're supposed to...
I know my order. If they change, my commander, I'm
You're all alone now. Are you sure?
Yes. I know I can rely on my men.
If you say... Good luck.
Glory.
How's it going?
Slowly.
Then don't let me keep you. She won't help me anymore. Nuri, I need your help. Can you try to lure the search party away from the girl?
Nana, here I am.
What? Who's there? Hey, there's somebody here. Come quick.
Hurry up, I'll be gone soon.
Hey, where are you? Just wait. I'll get you.
It worked! He's gone now.
Well done. Nuri, I... Keep looking.
You too.
You can come down. They're gone.
Where's Papa?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
He's at the waterfall.
You really do have a talking raven.
I found Fahi and sent him to the waterfall like you wanted. There are a lot of people between here and there.
I'll try to smuggle the girl through. Maybe Bryda can help me.
Hurry! Those hunters seem to be smarter than you.
Everything started with this. This might come in handy in the... It's just like I left it 2 days ago. The back of the tent is darker than the front. I'll just make a little tear.
Well, the troops have waited long enough. Your strategy cost us time. I'll give you one last chance. What's our next step? You again. Your little visits are starting to annoy me. Get lost.
Wait, maybe he has something important to tell us.
He's been creeping around you for days. You probably aren't aware that you have assets other than your strategic skills. I don't ever want to see you around my successor again. Do you understand? Out! And now back to our problem. Don't disappoint me.
This is my chance. Bryda has to move the troops so the path to the waterfall is clear. But how do I tell her that without him finding out?
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything I taught you about the high art of strategy? If I didn't know better, I'd think you were delaying us on purpose.
But what if they really did summon a demon? Demons are chaotic entities. They don't act according to our rules. We need to be prepared for anything.
All right. But be aware that you're walking a very fine line. I gave you the command solely out of my belief in your skills. I can take it away from you just as easily. The future of our kingdom is at stake.
As if this stinking hole ever had a future.
This is your last chance. What's your next order?
I have to give her a sign somehow. He seems to think highly of
Don't
Bryda,
push
or he
your
wouldn't
luck.
have given her the command. A map of the forest with the locations of the search parties. Looks like they haven't decided how to proceed yet.
I'm
Good.
waiting.
He's expecting
So,
her to make a
what's it to
decision.
be?
If only I could give her a signal.
I'm listening.
This is the situation. We have no eyes on the northern forest, but we can't move too far from the town and risk leaving it unprotected. I suggest sending out a couple of scouting parties. Andra's group should move out of the region north of the stones and head for the oak wood.
That would create a gap in our position. It would be easier to sneak past us.
But the town would be safe. There's a lot of fear and anger amongst the troops. We shouldn't mindlessly risk our safety.
Fine. I'll give the order, but if I find out that this is a deliberate attempt to confuse us, then may the gods have mercy on you. It would be an act of high treason, and I don't want to see your head under an axe.
Don't worry. It won't come to that.
Made it.
Geron, wait.
I'm sorry I'm causing you so much trouble.
Oh, nonsense. We have a problem. A second search party is supposed to go towards the waterfall. I'm ordered to lead it.
Oh no, that's where Fi is.
Yes. I'll try to lead them astray, but it won't be easy. Stay calm. I'll take care of the rest. This isn't quite as exciting as the Gorian Desert, but still, I'll see you.
I hope she knows what she's doing.
I must say, Giacomo didn't promise too much. You're a true hero, Garon. I am deeply in your debt.
Don't rejoice too soon. Bryda's search party is still nearby. We have to be careful.
When the night is over, we'll leave Andergast. The weather is much too cold, and the people know nothing about hospitality.
But what about our deal?
The deal is off.
What?
I mean that you no longer have to solve the riddle. You saved my daughter. That's more than I ever asked of you.
Does that mean you'll change Nuri back?
Yes, that is... No, I won't do it. He will.
Oh no.
Don't worry. He's a friend.
Salam, Garon. I think it's time to stop playing hide and seek.
Who are you?
Oh, you've long suspected, haven't you? Once a man, and a magic staff, and now, somehow both. I look terrible, but not half as terrible as the things I've seen.
Why are you here in Andergast? What are you looking for here?
To understand that, you need to know how Satya's tale ended. Soon.
Garon is no longer involved in our business, I'm afraid.
Really? Pity. I imagine you have many questions, right?
You petrified all the people.
Correct. Fahi and I have an agreement. He helps me solve the riddle, and I protect him from unfriendly rabble. That grey-haired mage, on the other hand, I petrified solely out of self-preservation. He stole my princess's ruby.
How have you lived so long?
Even in this shape, I'm still an indestructible magic staff. Time alone won't kill me. And I had a great deal of time in my life in which no one wanted to kill me. To say nothing of even knowing that I existed at all.
The dreams aren't Satya's memories. They're yours.
Quite right. That's why I couldn't show anyone what happened in Draconia. I lay there, all day long on a laboratory table, feeling sorry for myself.
What's going on with Satya's story? Why do I keep dreaming about it?
There is a hole at the end of her story, and Faye is helping me fill it. Her tale has not yet ended, and I'm here to change that.
What's so special about the ruby?
It was sacred to my princess, and thus also to me. Moreover, it's the key to the mask. We may still need it.
I've had enough of all this. I want you to transform Nuri back. How can you do that anyway?
I learned it in the astral currents in the Gorian desert. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll fulfill your wish.
I'm ready.
All we lack is the bird.
Nuri, you're just in time. We did it.
What?
The staff. I mean, this man. He was the staff. Whatever. He will change you back into a fairy.
Why into a fairy? And who are you, anyway?
Oh, no.
It was nice meeting you. Farewell.
Nuri! Nuri! Come back!
Did you hear that?
There's somebody at the waterfall.
Garon, they heard you.
I'll take care of it.
No, don't. Please. Too many people have been petrified.
Do you want us all to die?
No, Nuri, do something, but don't spill any blood.
No blood, and no petrified attackers. Your wish is my command.
We're too late. Even more have been transformed.
There! The Tulamid is stuck in one of the pillars.
Oh, he's trying to hide.
Smash him!
I don't think so.
Bryder?
Garon, can you hear me? You're safe now. Let me show you the final chapter in Satya's journey. It's important that you understand what happened back then. That you understand me. 2 days after the Flying Fortress had left Draconia, we finally reached the battlefield, or as the clerics preferred to call it, the vestibule of the Nether Hells.
Oh, so this is where they took you. I've been looking for you for days. Ah! Another hit. I better hurry. It's behind thick glass. It's firmly locked. I can see the staff in there. By the gleam in his eyes, I can tell he's probably yelling his head off. Just what I need, a sword. No, it's totally blunt. Pretty much useless. I need something better. Completely useless against demons. We're directly above the Gorian Desert. The battle is in full swing. All I need now is a suitable weapon. The impact made the armory lose some height. I can no longer reach the passage. It's just standing. There's room for 4 weapons and a shield. If I want to fight, I'll need a shield as well. It's hanging too high. One of the enemy's missiles hit here. The gap is too wide and the wall is too high. The scabbard is one of the enemy. A long iron lance, better suited for stabbing than for hitting. I can't reach it from down here. It's behind thick. No, if the floating stone is damaged any further, I can't lose my... The mace is too thick to stick on the throwing star. I don't much care for... I don't even know where I... A strange construction, but perhaps I can use it to reach places that were inaccessible before. It's heavier than it looks. None of the weapons are long enough to reach from here. Doesn't work. I need more weight to pry open the cabinet. I can see this by the gleam in his... I don't much... I'll tie one end to the door. It's firmly locked. And the other end goes on the weapons rack. I could push it, but where? The weight of the rack might be able to yank open the cabinet, but I only have one chance. I have to make sure the rack is as heavy as I can make it. I could push it. It's just standing. There's room for 4 weapons. The shield isn't big enough to use for a bridge. One of the enemies... None of the weapons are long... The weapons rack is now... I could push it. The weapons rack is... I can see the by the gleam. With the throwing star, the sword no longer fits in its scabbard, but then it doesn't have to. A long sturdy with a throwing star. The opening is much bigger than necessary for the sword. The opening... With the throwing star, the sword no longer fits in its scabbard. I could push it. Why would I push the... I can see by the gleam. Doesn't work. I need more. I can see by the gleam in... This makes no sense. I could push it. I could push it. Why would I... The weapons rack is now... I don't much care for... I can't reach it. A long iron... One support alone won't be able to hold up the shield. It's still... The scabbard is just a tiny bit too short. It's still... The mace alone is too short. It's still... It's not intended to fit, but it works. The glass is too thick. A glass case with a sword. It looks very, very powerful. I can't swing the halberd well enough. The glass is too... I'll take the thing apart first. I could push it.
Charizard! At last! Where have you been?
There's no time to explain. We're in the middle of the war, and Kasim is about to take over the fortress. The clerics are trying to keep him out of the flotation chamber. But who knows how long they'll be able to.
A flotation chamber, Princess?
It's the heart of the flying fortress. It keeps us all in the air. Kasim believes that if he alters one of the floating crystals the way the researcher changed my ruby, he can read all of the memories from the mask, and thus all the spells of the Djinn of Time.
A complicated plan for a simple-minded soul. But you'll stop him, won't you?
You can count on it. It's behind thick glass. Awaken the floating crystal. Thanks.
You're welcome, Princess.
We're almost there.
Looks like we've come too late.
Kasim did this. That swine.
Looks like we've come too late.
Kasim did this. That swine.
Princess.
Ariakos, are you all right?
You've come too late. He has almost succeeded.
Do you still have my dagger?
It's hanging on my belt. We tried to bless it, but it was as if the gods refused to do it. As if they had turned their backs on you.
So it's come to this. Now even the gods punish me with their contempt. Then all that's left to me is my magic.
Princess?
What?
I'm afraid that the combined presence of the prince and the crystals makes it difficult for me to perform any sort of magic. You'll have to touch him if you want to enchant him.
First the gods and now this? Then that's how it'll have to be.
You can't, in all seriousness, intend to go into battle armed only with a dagger?
As if it had ever been any other way. He's still carrying his scepter.
Give up. He's much...
No, I'll fight him with everything I can lay my hands on. He has humiliated me long enough. He's got nothing left. except his belt. He's got a quill. Not a great substitute for a sword, but what choice do I have? Useless junk, but it's all I could find. It's made from sturdy leather, and its buckle is a seashell.
What's he doing?
He's trying to read the memories from the mask with the power of the crystals. Just as I know your spells when I wear the mask, he wants to learn the magic of the Djinn of Time.
You suddenly understand so much, Princess.
I've been in this fortress for days. I've had enough time to learn his plans. These arms connect him with the crystals. He gets his power from them. They're his greatest strength, but also his most vulnerable weak spot. It keeps the entire fortress up in the air. As long as Qasim is connected to it, he controls everything here. The symbol of a Prios cleric. Useless, but I'll cling to...
Ow! Who dares disturb me?
Who do you think?
Satya! You're alive!
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh, girl, leave me in peace. Ow! Who do you think you are? This ends now. Watch, Satya, as I subjugate this chamber to my will forever.
Princess, I have something else for you.
Qasim draws his powers from the crystals in the towers. Get me close enough, and I will extinguish them.
You can't overcome him as long as he has that magic shield around him. Its power is fed by the main crystal and the 5 small floating crystals in the towers.
What if I switched off the crystals?
Then he'll become weaker, and his shield smaller. Take this key for the left floating tower. But hurry! He's becoming more powerful by the minute.
Thank you. It's locked. The goddess of healing, Perina, even she has abandoned me. It's a map of the towers. Next to the stairs, there's a bracket for a torch. A suit of armor next to a goddess. This place is both a fortress and a temple. Nothing happened. The goddess of honorable battle, Rondra. I wonder what became of the young Amazon. There's a suit of armor in every room. The weapon is firmly attached to the armor. I guess I'll have to make do with what I've got. Nothing's moving. Next to the stairs, there's a bracket for a torch. We're in the upper chamber of the left tower. What happened?
I drained the stone's power. The tower must have sunk a bit in the process. Go outside and have a look.
None of these suits of armor are real. The middle tower is full of this plague. What happened to the exit?
When you extinguished the crystal above, the tower came down a level. The exit is now closed off. If you want to leave, you'll have to awaken the power again. The tower is up again.
They're restless and holding the floating crystal firmly in their midst. I can't get close enough. Kasim's arms are disgustingly agitated. They grow back together in an instant. If that's what it takes.
The arms sense the magic of the crystal in your pocket. Better not get too close to them. They're not easily diverted from their prey.
Oh, Tsar, goddess of peace, how could you be so wrong? I don't need armor to be victorious. Ah!
Princess, what's wrong?
He's in my head.
Has your past caught up to you?
Don't let him confuse you. It's only a game. A dark illusion to break you. None of it is real. Try to think about what you really see, and the deceit will vanish.
I'll kill him. Once and forever. How I hate. I'm a different person now. You'll see. You're going to pay for this, Kasim.
It's only an illusion. Tell me what...
Here it... I don't know.
The objects in this chamber are arranged. Take a close look at the other rooms. Maybe you can find a pattern.
Here is...
The arms sense that better not get... The arms sense better not get to...
I'll show you all. I will give the... Here... Here is... a suit...
The arms set better not get too close. The arms sense the magic of the crystal. Better not get... The arm... Better not get... arms sense. Better not get.
In this... Here... Here it... Here... Here... In this... Here it... Here it... No. How I... Here... I don't...
The objects in this chamber. Take a close look at the other rooms. Maybe you can find a...
Like Kasim's shield.
If you extinct, perhaps you'll...
I don't see any...
The arms sense the magic of the crystal. Better not get too...
I don't need arm. I'll show you. I will give... We're in the lower chamber of the right tower.
The arms. Better not get...
Here is... I don't...
The objects in this chamber. Take a close look at the other...
In this place is... a torch. Here is... a suit of armor. Here is... a shield. Here... here... nothing. Ah! Oh, my... In this... shield. I better not get too...
The shield protects him.
That won't get...
That is not a...
I can't get Kasim's...
If you extinct, perhaps you'll finally...
I can't get Kasim's...
If you perhaps you'll...
It keeps the... As long as...
The tower is down again. The tower is up again.
Kasim stretched his arms all the way to here. I can't hit it. I can't hit it with anything. It's too far up. I can't get Kasim's ship.
If you extinct, perhaps you'll...
No, I'd rather not.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
Thanks.
In case you have one.
This plague has blocked all the entrances. They grow back together in an...
The tower is down.
Now it's awake again and up.
The tower. The tower is down again.
Let's see what happens if I tie the... The belt yanked the crystal off the pedestal. It'll stay down here now.
When you extinguish the crystal above, the exit is now closed if you want to leave. The tower is... Cassim draws his powers from... Get me close. The tower is down. You shouldn't get too... They only react to active...
It's floating in my... Catch! A little bit... That was that. These arms connect him with the crystals. He gets his power from them. They're his greatest strength. But these arms, they're his great... That puts an end to your little spectacle.
Ow!
I suppose after all these years you've finally done it. You have defeated me.
Do you really think I spent the last 15 years thinking about nothing other than how to defeat you? You're even more vain than I thought.
I thought you wanted to outdo me.
I'm not here because of you. I'm here so my great deeds can go down in history.
What great deeds?
Don't even start.
As you wish. If words cannot injure you, take this. I thought I would let you win. But if that doesn't matter to you, then I might as well just destroy you. You wanted to then... Yes, I'm in your... soon. You can no...
I mustn't...
Struggle as much, or rather... You can... You can... You have won. You have defeated me. You've destroyed the greatest temple the world has ever seen. Death will now rain down on the troops. No one will survive to tell of your terrible deed. Soon, none of what you've done will count for anything. You must be proud of yourself, for you have won. You've defeated me. Only no one will remember.
He's here.
Help!
Somebody's there. The shield. I must move it.
I'm wounded. Please, help me.
She's wounded. The bandage is all that I have.
And then, suddenly, everything was quiet. It was as though Satinav had played a prank and stopped time. An almost endless moment in which Sadja and the Adept just stared at each other. He didn't understand that his rescuing hand was more terrible to her than 1,000 demon tentacles could have ever been. The final admission of her ghastly failure. Suddenly, Satinav snapped his fingers again, and life continued. As he pulled her away, I heard her scream. "Leave me," she called. "Leave me. Take me back." And again, I can't leave him behind. Over and over, quieter and quieter, and ever farther away. It didn't take long, and they had disappeared. And that was that. I was right back where I started. Only one thing was different this time. This time, I was able to remember. Remember a princess who persevered in the face of the most impossible obstacles. It helped that the Gorian Desert is one of the most magical places known to this world. Several astral lines cross there, and I lay directly among them. I grew ever more powerful, and I practiced and practiced and practiced. After 400 years, I succeeded in refining my spell to the point where I finally found a way to permanently transform my body. I left the desert and set out for Draconia. I had to know what had happened to my princess after our separation. What happened to the only woman who was ever prepared to entrust her life to a shady, magical staff.
Sadja failed in the Gorian Desert. Things passed. But Sadja didn't waken the Jinn. Why not? She was devastated.
So this is where the staff took them.
It's not all that hard. You just have to put the pieces
The trees
together.
have shaped themselves into stone, and the stone into an archway.
Wonder
This
if
reminds me of
Garon's
the
awake
burial
yet.
chamber fire you once mentioned. Brider! 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 The astral accumulator from the school. The smoke rises into the sky. The staff turned us into stones so that the Andergastrians couldn't kill us. The sun in the Gorian Desert didn't treat him well. All I can hear is the crackle of the fire. Won't work. Won't work. I don't need magic for that. Not after what...
Garon? Garon, can you hear me? I think I've solved the riddle. It's a little complicated. There are so many little pieces. There's only one thing missing, and then we can finally complete the story. Then I'll ask the staff to change you back. I promise. Can you do me one more favor first? Sadya's ruby has a crack. You need to repair it. Can you do that for me? Please, Garon. Repair the ruby. Thank you. And now let me try something. I pray to the gods that I'm not mistaken. Vedan faskedan, esplas de quatan, humurilor gras, ferogoran, hil bemutir gerol falan, yuntir quatan feluntir sodan. Garon? Are you still there? If so, then you should be able to cast the staff's first spell. Please give me a sign that it worked.
Sadya's spell does...
I was right. Thank you. Thank you, Garon. Oh, you're probably wondering where you are. The staff created this place, a burial chamber of a mogul in the middle of the Andergastrian forest. Isn't that impressive?
Leave the mask and come to me.
He's here. I'll be right back.
Brider! Brider! When I get left behind again. Nuri! I'll try to send Nuri a vision. She could see the brook from the air, but there are too many others. She wouldn't know which one I meant. I can send Nuri to the mountain and then have her follow the course of the brook from there. But how would she know where to land? That's it! I'll send Nuri to the mountain, and then along the course of the brook, until she reaches the fire. I hope it works. Thank the gods. I'm starting to remember something. I know how I can transform myself back. All right, here we go. No, no, I'm too weak. The mask doesn't have enough power left to change me back. It was all for nothing. The astral accumulator from the school. I broke its encasement. I can't reach it. How could I? Please don't. Oh, finally. Fi, is everything all right?
Oh, yes. My stiff old bones haven't felt this young in ages.
Thanks, Nuri.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter now. Will you promise to wait for me here?
All right.
I'll be right back.
Let me rest a moment.
Whatever happens.
I will. I need to rest a bit anyway. Flying is fun, but so exhausting.
It's been 450 years since I, a talking staff with no memories, kindled the light in my prison and saw a strange woman who would change my life forever. Her story began in this chamber, and between these walls we will end it together. Merhaba, Geron. Welcome.
You were able to free yourself.
What does all this mean? Where are we?
Ask him.
Indeed. Ask me. You should know that I've waited a long time for this day, and would not like to wait much longer. But if you have a great many questions...
What's going to happen here?
So you still haven't figured out why I sent you my memories? Why you're here?
I am here because Fahi promised to change Nuri back into a fairy if I helped him with a little riddle. No one said anything about ensouled magic staves, flying fortresses, and strange dreams.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Ha!
You laugh, but I wouldn't have believed that one day someone would rescue me from my dungeon, that I was to climb mountains without legs and wrestle without arms with demons. I would have laughed if someone had told me a princess will appear to you and, despite your strange form, show you the greatest wonders of the world. Oh, how I would have laughed!
Okay, but that doesn't explain why we're here.
You know that Sadja and I were separated. Our golden time together came to an end when I finally found a way to leave the Gorian desert. Centuries had passed. I wanted to know if Sadja had done it, if she had become the great heroine she always wanted to be. I wanted to hear how her name was whispered in the streets in awe. Sadja al-Kabir, Sadja the Great, the heroine who once... But no one had ever heard of her. So I continued and expanded my search. I wanted to know what happened to her after our separation. I followed her trail back to Draconia. I found the Adept's journal and the Djinn of Times' mask. But Sadja's real fate remained a mystery to me. Finally, I met Fahi and asked him to bring me here. A man named Ulrich had taken her ruby from Draconia and brought it to Undergast. He sought the mask in order to bring back his deceased wife, but he found only the gemstone.
Is all this really important?
Why did you need the ruby? Why the mask? Why all of this?
I wanted to bring together all the relics surrounding Sadja's disappearance and finally understand what happened to her. At least I would know what happened to her. She deserved that. There was only one problem. I'm terrible at riddles. That's why I needed experts to help me, who could understand every detail, who could be prepared for today.
Prepared? To do what?
To be able to tell Sadja's tale to the end without making a mistake.
Does it matter how she died? She's dead. We can't change that.
You're wrong. You will determine what happened to her.
I don't understand.
The Garden of Oblivion, Geron. I read the journal to the end. After her return, Sadja went into the Garden of Oblivion and never came out again. Nothing that happens in the garden has actually happened until someone talks about it. Outside the garden.
And since Sadja has been forgotten since that day, her fate has never been told, and thus never completed.
I never did understand the garden.
Geron, the events in the garden only once someone...
But if it turns out that they lied, or were mistaken...
Then Satanav's invisible hand punishes them for their sacrilege.
That's why we mustn't make a mistake. I think I've explained enough about our wonder...
Are you ready, Geron?
Just a moment. What about the inscription on the burial chamber?
You mean the stone and the scarab? Fahi believes that the inscription is the key to everything. But as apt as his intuition may be, in this case he's mistaken. The riddle is apparently only a strange jotting on the margins, a random blemish on an otherwise monumental painting. There's nothing else to say about it. Sadja was taken to the burial chamber to read trivial inscriptions, and, as proud as she was, she refused, that's all.
What's Fahi's role in all this?
Fahi is a man of many talents. In addition, he had a wagon and a tent in which I could hide on my long journey. He is helping me solve the riddle, and in return, I protect his business from looters. That is our agreement.
So he's actually harmless.
Fahi is the most harmless man I've ever met in my 3,000 years. I was sorry to petrify him, but it was the only way to save him from your fellow citizens.
Why are you here, Brider? Sadia's story doesn't have anything to do with you.
Geron, there's nothing left for me here. I'm a deserter. My own comrades are hunting me. This is my only refuge. Please, even if you still don't understand, let me bring it to an end.
I'm sure everything will be fine again.
The world will never be as fine as it once was.
What if one of us ends Sadja's story and is wrong?
If Satinav learns that the tale we tell can't possibly be true, then he'll make it unhappen and declare the teller guilty of sacrilege.
Don't worry, Geron. We won't make a mistake. I've thought everything through very carefully.
At the waterfall, you promised to change Nuri back to her old form.
And I will, but first, we must complete Sadja's story.
All right.
Then put the mask on the bust of my old master and let us begin. Thank you, Geron. Are you ready now?
Yes.
Let's get this over with.
Thank you, Geron.
Which of you will now step forward and tell the story to its end?
I'll do it.
Very well. I'll now tell you of Sadja's passage into the garden. As it is written in the Adept's journal, listen closely. At the end, you must tell me how the story ends. After her return from the battlefield, Sadja was only a shadow of herself. She had seen the horrors of the Nether Hells, an ocean of destruction and death. She was the only survivor, but the rest of the world did not care. Sadja's great dream had failed. She wandered the halls of Draconia like a ghost. She didn't eat, and she only slept when exhaustion forced her to. On the fourth day, a young adept saw her at the threshold to the portal. He asked her where she was going. It was cold in the mountains, and she could have become lost, whereupon she answered,
I'm going to the garden, to break my being.
The boy immediately ran to the air adept, but help arrived too late. When they entered the garden, all that they found was the mask and Sadja's ruby next to it. There was no sign of her. Out of fear of challenging Satinav, it was decided that they would forget the incident. No one was allowed to speculate about what had happened on that day. The mask and the ruby were taken to Draconia. The garden was sealed, and Sadja's fate was forgotten. Until today. It's now up to you, Geron, to finish her story. But remember, one mistake, and the consequences will be terrible.
I know. Sadja entered the garden. She sat on the ground. She took out the mask. She looked into the mask and...
She read the magic spell, memorized it, put on the mask, and destroyed her memory.
Why did you interrupt me?
I was afraid you would say the wrong thing. Then she disappeared into the depths of the garden like a soulless waif and was never seen again.
It is done. I had always hoped it would be otherwise. But I was mistaken.
Are you crying?
Of course I'm crying. My princess just died.
Oh, well, I guess that's it then. That was the end just now, wasn't it?
Yes.
No. Since Sadia used the mask, her memories are now in the mask, and thus the true name of the Djinn of Time.
What are you doing?
Fadan fascadan es plastaquatan, humuri lorgras ferel goran, hil bemotir kerul falan, tuntir katan filontir sodan. Nideti meta for imano iruti veda.
Ah, I've been awakened.
The Djinn of Time.
Tell me, child, what is your wish?
I'm sorry, Garon, but there's nothing left for me in this time. As if there had ever been anything for me here. There are no heroic princesses, no ancient tombs, no flying fortresses. Only endless honor guards, latrine duty, one triviality after another. When was the Golden Age lost? When princesses still dreamed of battles and the world was filled with magic. I wish it was all as it used to be.
Your wish is my command.
Bryda.
The girl is now gone. Her longing now rules over her existence. It is my task to fulfill that longing. To extinguish the Grey Present and bring the past to life again.
Oh no. The forest is starting to change. What did she do?
Garon, come quickly. Garon, I've been thinking.
That's nice, but it won't help us any. Bryda told Sadia's story to the end. She had Sadia put on the mask and draw out all her memories in the Garden of Oblivion, so that everything has now happened exactly like that. And she read out Sadia's memories with the ruby. I mean, Bryda did that. And now she's possessed by the Djinn of Time. And
Calm yourself, Garon.
I'm supposed to calm down? We have to do something.
You're right, and we can only do something if we prove that Bryda was wrong, that Sadia did not put on the mask. You forget that there's still a part of the riddle we have not solved.
The scarab? As if a pointless riddle could save us all.
Do you have a better idea? Look around. We're in a copy of the burial chamber. Perhaps you'll find the crucial clue somewhere. Bring it to me, and perhaps we can solve the riddle once and for all.
Whatever happens,
I will.
Sadia's ruby. The Djinn of Time must have torn it off the mask.
Search the burial chamber. Perhaps then...
All I found was the ruby.
Give it to me. Giacomo Nauta told me you were an amateur mage. Is that true?
Yeah, I can break things.
Well, I can also do a bit of magic. If I hold something in my hand, I can catch a glimpse of its past. That was the main reason the staff chose me as his companion, you see. Now, let's see what story this stone tells. Curious. When the ruby was found after Sadia's disappearance in the garden, it had a crack. And the reversal spell the Ore Adept had woven into it had vanished utterly. The mages had to reapply it completely. But there's more. I see a palace garden, and in it, 2 children.
This is a brooch from Mengbilla. My father gave it to me. Oh, can I see? There. And here, a ruby from the dwarf tunnels in the brazen sword. It's so beautiful. When I'm Caliph, I'll have all the treasures in Avestan gathered in my palace. Fazar will be more radiant than in the times of the great Moguls. My subjects will lie at my feet for all eternity. You'll be a good ruler, Cassim. All the history books will tell of you.
Ha! Do you see the sign on my arm? It's the calligraphy of my sovereignty, the sign of my dynasty. The whole world will bow before this symbol. There are great times ahead of us, Sadia. Truly great times.
I see a prince and a princess playing together. He's trying to impress her. What could this mean?
So Sadia and the prince really were siblings?
Wait. There's more. Something's happening. A palace guard arrives.
Let me go!
You're so pathetic. Isn't that how you like to be treated? Like the dog that you are.
At least I have my own teeth.
You please me, Sadia, more than I had hoped.
The prince is tormenting the princess. The guard holds her tight. She's at his mercy. But why?
Maybe there was no reason, and she was punished unjustly.
They finally let her go. She remains alone in the courtyard.
Really? What are you doing? Are you tattooing yourself?
I'm writing my own dynasty.
Do you even know what the word means? Dynasty? You can't simply write greatness into your blood. You're either born with it or not.
I'll prove it to you.
Do you think you could ever be greater than I? You're amusing. Guards! Throw her back into the gutter where you found her. I'm done having my fun with her. Then fetch me a new girl.
Sadia wasn't a princess at all. She was only a poor girl from the streets.
So what?
I don't know, but...
What's so funny?
Don't you understand? The solution to the riddle. Sadia's words outside the burial chamber. It was so obvious all along.
I still don't understand.
Why was Sadia taken into the burial chamber by the group of heroes?
Because she was a princess. But she wasn't.
Yes, she merely claimed to be a princess. And as such, she was supposed to be able to decipher the ancient inscriptions.
But if she wasn't, how could she read it anyway?
You'll have to come up with the rest yourself.
What did Sadia's past have to do with a stone and a scarab?
Charon, the real riddle was never the inscription itself. Remember, the mage asked, "What do you read?" And she answered, "I cannot tell you. It would change too much." Do I have to explain everything?
What did Sadia...
Charon, the real riddle was never the... Remember, and she answered. Do I have to...
Oh.
We were fooling ourselves. Now, go into the burial chamber and tell it to the Jinn. Then everything will be all right again.
Ryder, or whoever you are, come out.
Why do you obstruct her wish? She's unhappy. She wishes to be back in a time where everything was still good. You, of all people, should understand that. But it no longer matters what you think. The ritual is almost complete. A new ancient kingdom will grow from the oak wood.
Not if I can prove that Bryda was wrong. And she was indeed wrong.
Satya went into the garden, she took the mask, and she spoke the incantation. So did it happen, and so shall it remain.
It will. Listen, let me start at the beginning. Sadia entered the garden, she sat down and pulled out the mask. She looked into the mask. And spoke your name.
No. If she had awakened, she didn't want my... That's why she read the incantation. And...
Wait, she looked in... and despaired in herself and her inability.
Why should she despair? She had my promise of blessed oblivion. All she had to do was read the incantation.
No. She couldn't do anything with the power of the mask.
She had used it before. Why not do so again?
I'm sorry, Bryda, but Sadia wasn't as brilliant as you think. She felt persecuted and restless. She wanted to forget her own past and become someone else. She wasn't a princess, just a poor girl from the streets. And as such, she couldn't even read.
No.
Forgive me, Bryda.
That's that then. The riddle is finally solved. Why such a long face, Charon?
Yes, my friend? What plagues you so?
Nothing. Why are you so happy anyway? Sadia's fate proved to be false. You don't know any more now than you did before.
Very true. Very true. But perhaps not.
Oh, forget it. I'm sick of riddles.
Yes. Leave the dear boy in peace, Aleph. Fulfill his wish, and let's move on.
Yes, traveling is nice. I want to go to the sea.
Wait just a moment.
It's up to you, my friend. Do you want me to change her back?
But I can only restore her body, not her memories.
I fought so hard for it. I want everything to be the way it was.
So be it. It is done.
Nuri? Nuri, can you hear me?
Hmm? What's going on? Who are you?
My name is Geron. How do you feel?
Strange. I'm cold. What happened?
Come to the fire and rest. Then I'll tell you everything. Who you are, where you come from, and what wonderful adventures the two of us have had.
Adventures?
It all began last autumn. Crows had attacked the royal palace, and King Everden asked me to come up with a way to stop the plague. My search led me to a strange cave near a waterfall.
And thus ends the tale. Did you know that it would come to this? Oh, how can I know what you planned, and what was mere fortune? Until today, I would have sworn that the mask destroyed you. But that can't be. We know that now. Now, just so I don't make a mistake, there are only two possibilities as to what could have happened to you back then. The first, the more likely, has now proven to be false, which leaves only the second. I mustn't make a mistake. Here we go. When Sajja entered the garden, she had the mask with her, but no ruby. Yet, when the mask was found, there was a ruby beside it. Now, it may be that it was Sajja's ruby that was thrown into the garden earlier by the prince, but what if it was another? Oh dear. Oh dear. There's no going back now. Satinav! I say that there was not one, but two rubies. The real one was lost. The fake was taken from the garden by the mages and is now here in my hand. Sajja couldn't read, but with my mask she could do magic. She could turn plants to stone. She could turn people to stone. What is a ruby, if not just another stone? There. And now to you, my dear. You descended into the deepest tombs, and you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Shahrazad, your time has finally come.